soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. One beat with fear. Taking over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to certify. Whole team full of riders. They be dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. Don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm repped out. Tell them watch your mouth. You know we gon' bend your block. I'ma walk in time bomb. I go viral. You niggas like TikTok. Yeah, this ain't what you want. Tell them throw in the towel. We make niggas hit the clock. And when I told fire rain brimstone, they gon' think that you live a lie. We ain't got no picks. We want it all. We gon' make you pick a spot. We knocking on the door, so let us in. Or you know we gon' pick the locks. We in the field for real. Every day while y'all just say watch. We making enemies. Our foot stores. Don't know nothing about the op. It's it. One try when I rock out. I'm like David when I sling shots. I'm putting attachments on everything. You don't want me to connect the dots. This drum got 50 unreleased hits. You don't want to be the next to drop. I put them in a box and make that shit double wood. You don't want to be the next to fly. Yeah. Niggas feeling themselves. Get a shovel, tell them dig the pot. Can't fit you, but your man's in it. Just tell him get a bigger box. Cause I'll put you in one and knock you out one. Call him my nigga knock. I'll put your song on, cut it on you, and then tell you that shit was hot. Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. One beat with fear. Taking over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to certify. Whole team full of riders. They be dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Big soldier, nigga. Come on, don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. Big soldier, nigga. I come in the name of the boss. So my niggas that is wartime, already wait the coach. That point shoot bitch. Red Dead Redemption. Got them niggas scared to whisper. Is you with us or against us? Can't stop to the zone loud. I don't think get the picture. It come from my head, I'm giving them lead. The preacher give him a scripture. Flow cold style vicious. Niggas sweeter than the missus. Got soldiers posted. I put them on your roof, Merry Christmas. Bring hither and slay him. Got the Glock, got the book of loot. Keep it stick like Dumbledore. Play dumb, I'ma let it loose. Call my gun harmony. Call my main bitch Betty Boop. He the truth, I'ma need the proof. Got stripes like Beetlejuice. Hit his ass like a Louisville. Hit him low, then I hit him high. Bring him home to the umpire. Give him bars like Wi-Fi. Turn the booth to a bonfire. Little bitch, I'm a live wire. I ride like a cocktail. It's on mine when I ride by. Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. One beat with fear. Taking over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to certify. Whole team full of riders. They be dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Big soldier, nigga. Come on, don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I heard they coming for blood, I'ma be coming for more. Give me the floor, they better come with a mop. I'ma be making it pour. Nigga, I'm raw, fly with the hammer like Thor. Found on my ops in the mall, tell I'm a four. I'ma be bombing these lanes, understand how I'm war. I've been the lead, time to get back in the street. Time to get back on my feet, had time to read. Check out, we came from the east, wait till my dogs are released. Heard they was sleep, so we gon' wake them up. Put them up in the sky, the Lord gon' take them up. I take on anybody, think he brave enough. I've been the same and I ain't never changing up. I'm in my zone, hit on my cellular phone. Tell me whatever he on, I take that scouter. He on them perks and that powder, homie ain't really that strong. I'm like a dog. Better yet, Benny King, I keep a lion head on my pinky ring. I keep a shield. Boy, you see everything. Key 43, Symphony, let it sing.
You ain't too you crazy.
Check. Top one, can you hear me? Check. Let it down some.
Slug, you hear me now?
Come on, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Come on, sir.
I most sign Christ.
Come on, you ready to roll, sir?
Go ahead and start it. I'm gonna follow you up. Give me like 5. I'm gonna be right on.
Come on, sir. So let's get rocking and roll. Let's clap it up. Most High in Christ. Hey, Charlotte, can y'all hear me? Tawab?
Khan one Khan. You hear us, Tawab, sir?
You just fine.
Most High in Christ.
Say Charlotte, B. You can hear Charlotte clear.
Most High in Christ. Oh, Salaki, I don't want you said 5 minutes, no sweat. All right, so Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Baraka Thumb to all the brothers, Yahweh Shema Allah Thun Bashim Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. You understand? Been in operation since 1969, teaching the truth. You know what I'm saying? According to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians are the true Jews, the true Israelites, according to the Bible, man. And right now, man, every time we just came back from camp on Saturday, man. I know y'all brothers. Sadak just told me the wildest thing I ever heard in my life. So we got Charlotte on. Shabaya Allah. I heard that when y'all went out, y'all, you know, usual camp spot, there was how do I say this politically correct so I don't get clipped on YouTube. There was a parade or some kind of event for a certain group of people. Is that true?
Khan on one Khan, if I may.
Please break it down, Shabaya Allah. What was going on out there?
It was they called it the Pride Festival. So it was a pride march celebrating the LGBT community to where you had men and women who participate in the LGBT community. Mm-hmm. Everybody out there with the flags looking like a big rainbow, like a pack of Skittles, you know what I mean? Everywhere. Nice. And it was just Sodom and Gomorrah all over again, wicked and disgusted. Just Sodom and Gomorrah. I like the way you described that, Shabaya Allah, just Sodom and Gomorrah all over again, because that's what it is. And our people don't understand that. Our people think that, you know what I'm saying, America is some new and improved nation, that is some beautiful place that we all should aspire to try to join with America. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is when America's doing things like that, that should be a sign for anybody that actually reads the Bible that America is Babylon the Great and this place has to burn. This place has got to burn immediately. It has to be destroyed because otherwise, I mean, damn. Then I think Captain Ayathak did some numbers. You know, Captain Ayathak is a damn mathematician.
So lock you thought one. For sure. Get Shalom, y'all. By Shem I'm gonna go ahead and tap in on that one. I'm gonna try to take my time on it, but yeah, all that.
Let's switch it over.
All right, Shalom, Yahweh by Shem Yahushua Barak Thumb to the Akim, Yahweh Shemala by Hashem Yahushua to all the sisters out there, man. I overheard the conversation when y'all said to open up the class. You said that was some kind of event that was taking place in Charlotte.
Kind of one con, sir.
Shabayala. What? Explain the event to me, Baba Kusha. What happened?
Okay, so basically they blocked off where our camp spot at. They blocked off the roads and they set up a big stage. So almost like the Black Lives Matter movement when that was going down, they had
hold on. So this is a pride parade, I'm assuming, right?
Another one concert.
So let's take it step by step. So you mean to tell me they blocked off a place where we will be teaching the truth of how to save people's lives, and they're allowing a parade or an event to take place that actually promoting monkeypox, if I may.
Kind of one concert.
Oh man, go ahead and finish telling me about the event. I'm coming to you, Bunky.
They had the stage out there. They had vendors. Every vendor was either a lesbian that looked like a bull dagger, or it was a young brother. Clearly, what you could see, a young brother with a mini skirt on, with a multicolored wig on. It was just disgusting. It like a clown show.
Good night. Give me the scripture where it said there should be no effeminate of the children of Israel, or no effeminate should enter into the kingdom. Monkey, what you had, brother? Salaki.
Oh, Salaki, I seen this article today detailing the event, and it said Charlotte Pride breaks record, sees highest turnout ever.
Come on, read it for me.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte Pride organizers say they broke their record for turnout at the Pride Festival and Parade this weekend. Matt Comer, the organizer of the Pride Parade and Festival, said an estimated 275,000 people flooded Uptown this weekend after the pandemic shut down festivities for the past 2 years.
Good night. So they actually broke a record in Charlotte for the attendance of the pride.
Con, if I may, real quick, sir.
Come on with it, Shabayala.
The vendors, I mean, from what I could see, like I seen a few vendors, they was out there selling fake sex toys and props and dildos. I mean, it was disgusting.
Salakia, sir, if I may. Can you hear me, sir?
Go ahead, Yonazar. I hear you, brother.
Salakia, sir. Like, it's funny because this coincides also. They announced today that Charlotte was going to be a major distribution point of the new monkeypox vaccine. I saw that on the news today.
Hold on.
I mean, is that a coincidence or is that some kind of program?
So you mean to tell me with all the plagues that the Most High is allowing to hit the earth, and also finding out that monkeypox has been a sexually transmitted STD, they are still allowing these things to take place in the earth? You mean to tell me they block the Spirit of the Lord from teaching the people? Right? They block the priests and prophets of the Lord. They block the whole campsite off so they can have a parade that further promote STDs.
Con, sir. If I may, sir.
That further promotes child molestation.
Con, sir.
That further promotes a destroyed psyche when we talk about raising a family, if I may.
Salakia, sir.
Come on with it.
Salakia, this is Officer Ahmad. And this is something this is a point that I had a while ago about how these Christians, they wickedness, they will go to the extra lengths of trying to disrupt the truth. And what they do is, you understand, they use their carnality to try to block us from teaching, or try to block our classes, or try to do something to try to stop the truth from coming out. But I always took it as a great lesson that any brother or any sister should use in the truth to strengthen them in the truth, because we know what we teach. We know that what we teach is going to save the lives of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. But we also know what they teach. And what they teach is going to destroy our lives. It's going to have our babies killed. And they will go to the extra attempt to stop us from doing what we're doing. So you know how I take that? I take that and say that we shouldn't have no problem with going to camp. We shouldn't have no problem with wearing shields and rocking boots and braids and looking like a mean coat nigga in Walmart, because they don't have no problem with teaching your children to be gay and blocking you from telling the truth.
That's right.
Give him a hand, man. Give him a hand.
That's right. And Salakia, sir, if I may.
Come on with it, Yonazar.
And aside from the announcement that I think it was the World Health Organization made, that for them to curtail their amount of sexual partners, I have not heard not one mention of anybody altering their behavior to stop the spread of this monkeypox. As a matter of fact, they're champions the whole effort to continue in this transgression, man.
Good night, man. What Yermak was saying was so profound and heavy, and I'm gonna tell you why. I just thought about this for the brothers out there who are learning to be in this truth and rocking a shield and really standing for the Spirit of Christ. Think about this. You should never be ashamed of this spirit. You should never be afraid and fear. You know what I'm saying? You should be out front and bold about everything that we do in the truth. Because I'm going to tell you why. This year, there's going to be some couple that walks into an elementary school, whether male and male or female and female, and they're going to have both of them going to have that child's hand while they walk them into that child's classroom. And they won't feel afraid, and they're not ashamed of their lifestyle that they're living. You understand what I'm saying? They're not afraid of their lifestyle. They are full and bold. You understand? They are gay pride every damn way. So when we talk about us as Israelites, brothers, don't be afraid to rock your beard. Don't be afraid to grow your let your braids hang down. You understand? Don't be afraid to have more than one wife. Sisters, don't be afraid to share your husbands. Don't be afraid not to celebrate Halloween, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day. We see everything that is going on the earth and the things that people are engaging in and day out. These things are destroying them. Yet and still, they still hold fast to it. Us as Israelites in learning the Isupk, everything that we're learning is making us stronger as a nation of people. You understand? It makes us stronger because we're not smoking cigarettes anymore. It makes us stronger because we're not having sex with whores and throwing them away. It makes us stronger because we're obedient to the Father. It makes us stronger because we actually have something that we call a history or a culture. But when we talk about the culture that they ask us to assimilate into this in this empire, it goes right back. It's another way of white supremacy, and it destroys us further and keeps us separate as a nation of people. You understand?
Kind of Salakia, sir.
Come on with it, Sadat.
Kind, sir. I got 1 Corinthians 6 and 9.
We're just about to go there. Come on with it.
Kind out of one kind, sir. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 6 and verse 9.
Come on.
Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God.
Come on.
Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
Everybody get that, right? These things, for us to build up as a nation of people, we can be none of these things according to the Bible, man.
That's right.
We can't do what the rest of the world or what the rest of the nations do. If we want rulership in this earth, if we want a kingdom, then none of those things we should be. We cannot have any whores in the kingdom. You understand? Because what the scriptures say, at least the nation fall to a whore, right?
Sir, I got if I may, sir, I got Deuteronomy 23 and 17.
Come on, give it to me.
Oh, sorry, correct. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23 and verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Somebody break this down for me. What is the spirit of this? We understand the letter and what's being said, but what is the spirit behind this, Bible Christian?
Salakia, sir.
Come on with it.
Salakia, like we're not a nation that just is okay with accepting anything other than perfection. Like our people and everything that they do have to consider what the Lord wants us to be for us to even be the children of Israel or God's chosen people. You know, that's something that has to be considered because it's not acceptable, in which the Christian church will tell you it's okay. It's okay if you fall short because every man falls short. But the Lord right here is saying there ain't gonna be no whore in the daughter of Israel. It's not gonna be there. So for your Christian pastor to tell you it's okay to fall short, that completely goes against what the Lord is saying right here. So like it.
Good.
Also,
How we gonna be fruitful and multiply if everybody walking around switching? Huh? How we gonna be fruitful and multiply when the women want to be men and the men want to be women? We talk about whores of the nation of Israel. We talking about. I seen something that a sister said. I think it was on Instagram, and she was like, "Sisters, when you go out of your house, put some clothes on. Dress yourself like you belong to somebody, because when you walk out of the house and you're not properly clothed, what you're really asking your man to do is die for you. Because at any moment in time, you know what I'm saying, if a man disrespects you or calls you out of your name, the pride of a man would not let any man disrespect this woman. So right then and there, you asking that man to really put his life on the line, if I may. Come on, Yonazar.
I was just going to say, sir, if I may, that the whole spirit, it shows that, you know, this whole country, this whole kingdom is taken over by a carnal spirit. You know, they don't have no kind of spiritual restraint or nothing. All they want to do is please themselves, man. That's it.
So like, sir.
Come on with it, Shabayala.
If I could piggyback off Officer Yanazar just said, I got a precept to go right along with what he just said, because that was so heavy, if I may.
Come on with it.
Khan. This is the book of, and it also goes with the whole Pride Festival and all that. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2, verses 15 through 17. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world.
Is of what? It's of the world.
But is of the world.
You see why it says, "Come out of her, my people." We understand that these things are taking place all around us as a nation of people. We're learning how to what? Really love the Father. We're learning how to really be obedient to the Father. We're willing to make those sacrifices, even though you think it may feel good. You don't think in your mind you think you want to have a birthday party where everybody come to see you and praise you for a day, huh? You everybody want that feeling of somebody bringing you gifts. It's so nostalgic, if I may, bunker y'all. All the euphoria that you get when everybody is praising you. But when you fight that flesh and you know what, you make your life about your brothers and your sisters that are struggling, then that's something to be rewarded on. That's something to be marveled at. And how do I know that? Because we know the greatest man ever walked the face of the earth. His name is Yahweh Shamashiach. And guess what? He gave it up for his brothers and his sisters. And we're still talking about it. Because he laid down the example, if I may. He didn't make it about his birthday. You understand? He didn't make it about what? His flesh. He came in the flesh so he can know what it feels like for a brother and sister to go through whatever that they're going through. What he say? He thought it's not to take on the appearance of angels. Ain't that where I go? So I'm roughly paraphrasing, right? Because he wanted to know what it feels like. He wanted to know that one day Shabayala may go through something. I'm gonna leave something behind so he can figure out. And guess what, brother? You can fight. You can fight it. He left something behind. So one day, you know what I'm saying, Commander Junior Hunter can read something in the scriptures and say, you know what? I'm gonna be one west to the death. You understand?
That's right.
He left something for us all to be able to reach and find our culture and what we've been through and learn who the other nations are and how they are confederate against us, man. But when we look at things like a pride parade, you mean to tell me Shabayala, y'all brothers save lives, man. The brothers up there in Charlotte save lives, man. Y'all brothers actually go out and do the work. You tell me what is that parade gonna do in the next 6 months about brothers and sisters having something to eat because America is falling now.
Right.
Come on with it, brother. Is the mic on?
Check. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 2, verse 16.
Come on.
For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham. Verse 17. Wherefore in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren.
Like who?
Unto his brethren.
Like who?
Unto his brethren.
Come on.
That he might be a merciful and faithful high priest and things pertaining to the Most High, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people.
He did it for us, man. He did it for us.
Right.
You understand?
Salaki Adawan.
Come on with it.
I had two precepts. I don't want to get away from it. And I just want to just put them out there. Deuteronomy 22:5 is a good one, sir. And then the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 13. They both hit on exactly what you were saying, especially the last one as far as their pride. And if I may, can I read Proverbs 8 and 13, sir?
Come on, let's go, brother.
Come on, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogance, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. The Most High hates their pride, sir. The Most High hates their arrogance, sir. They are evil and wicked in their ways, Adawan, and He gonna come back and deal with it.
Damn right.
That's a lot of sir.
Give him a hand. You know what I'm
saying?
Come on, Yerma.
So how if a Christian will question, like, because of course one of the beautiful things about us in the truth is that we better than Christians. We better than all of them. So how, what if a Christian would question, like, the way that we are, the way that we conduct ourselves as it pertains to people in the world, that what if they say that, like, that is prideful, or that is, whatever they say, but Salari, I don't know if you get my question or not. If not, I can try to elaborate a little bit more. But how we combat that if they say we're prideful for being triumphalists over our enemies?
Go to Psalm 139 and 21, Baba Kusha.
Come.
Come on.
So you said Psalms 129 or 39, sir? So
139, Salakia.
I got it, sir. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 139, verse 21. Do not I hate them, O Yahweh, that hate thee?
Hold on. Who's saying that? No, I'm saying who is read there? Who's saying this right here in the scripture? It's Psalms, right?
David said
this David said, right? And David was known for being a what? Come on. I'm not, you're about. David was known for being what, brother?
It's a lot. David was known for being a winner. It's a lot. He was known for being great.
He was always ready to get it on.
Yeah, come.
You understand? He was a fighter. He was a warrior. He had the spirit of a champion, or the spirit of what, Jeremiah?
Spirit of warfare, sir.
What else? On your question, what else did he have in him? The spirit of what?
Pride, sir.
Pride, and what else? Triumphalism.
Come, sir.
Come. Everything, that's a certain type of pride when you ever heard the expression, take pride in your what? Work?
Come, sir.
You understand? Like Christians have the idea, like, they everything that's gonna come to them is gonna come to them by magic, or they somehow just gotta pray about it and hope that God, hear their prayers. Brother, we learned that if you want the Most High to hear your prayers, then you provoke the Most High to hear your prayers out. Faith without work is what? It's dead.
Sir.
So when we talking about having pride and how we move, it's all based on the work that you brothers are doing, that you sisters are doing. You only can have pride when you really put your all into something that you're doing. You can't have no pride in something when you have stepping. You know what I'm saying? You can only be triumphalism or believe in triumphalism if you're being what? Triumphant. You can't be no loser and think you're going to be triumphant, bunker, y'all. You on the field, you got to be playing the what? You got to be playing the game. You got to be playing the what, Jeremiah? I know you know this. You got to be playing to win.
Sir.
Keep reading, brother.
Khan, it's the book of Psalms, chapter 139, verse 21.
Come on.
Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee?
Right.
And am not I grieve with those that rise up against thee. Verse 22. I hate them with perfect hatred.
Go ahead.
I count them mine enemies. Verse 23.
No, stop right there. See, that's what we represent in the ISUPK, y'all. We don't go around slapping people just because we need to slap them. We stand bold and we stand on pride because this world hates the Most High, man. They hated Yahweh Shai. And for that reason and that reason alone, we go against this nation. You understand? We go against this multitude. Y'all know that prayer, right? Oh, Father, let man not prevail against who? Thee. Yeah, we going to step in the spirit of pride and triumphalism because this world wants you to be beat down, have your head down. Don't want you to have no pride about how you carry yourself. You understand? That pride that they exhibited this weekend in Charlotte, that's a pride that the Most High is going to make sure that he get rid of in his earth.
That's right.
Not that type of pride. The pride that we carry is because we're obedient to what the Father asked us to do. That's something that you can be prideful in. You can't be prideful in destroying yourself. Y'all brothers be at camp and y'all see them sisters that walk by with them real short skirts. Like, we don't have to say, oh, look at that hoe over there with that real short skirt on. But what she recognized when she walked by the camp, she sees some men. What she sees is a father. She see a bunch of fathers. And what do they normally do, Yerma, once they walk past the camp? What do they tend to do?
They put their head down, sir.
They put their head down and they try to pull them little shorts down to cover their cheeks up. You see that? All it takes is a little triumphalism. All it takes is a little bit of pride, Jeremiah. And that's the type of pride we should have. The Christian church, the thing that they hate a righteous brother. They hate being judged. That's why they always say, only God can judge me. When the scriptures say we're supposed to judge the small matters. You got that other verse for me, Quadam? Spiritually, Egypt and Sodom.
Come on, that's the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Come on, man. We seeing these things that are taking place, and we recognize that this is the spirit of Egypt and Sodom. It's a place for our captivity, and it's also a place of our ignorance of who we're supposed to lay down with. And the Most High is fed up. He hates all these things that are in there. Yeah, my Lord willing, I answered your question, brother. So,
Wakana, sir. The water.
I want to see if this is a precept to his question.
Come on.
Khan, this is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 14. For if I have boasted anything to him of you, I am not ashamed. But as we spake all things to you in truth, even so our boasting, which I made before Titus, is found a truth.
I ain't heard that. We got to get that from Cap. All right, we got to make sure we tap in on that one. All right. But that's what other stores we got? Y'all brothers should buy y'all done set it off in here.
Salakia, sir.
Come on with it.
Okay, so everybody remembers Brittany Grinder.
Come.
What is am I saying her name correct?
Grinder.
Whichever one, either way. So Dennis Rodman is planning on heading over there to speak to them or try to help negotiate, deals and trying to get old Grinder out of the grinder, sir. Salakia.
Good night. What is Dennis Rodman going to do? You say he's good friends with Putin or something?
I know he's good friends with what was the Chinese dude, Kim Jong-un. He was good friends with him. Maybe he's finna go buddy up with him.
So, Salakia, sir.
Come on with it, Yerma.
That brother right there about to go. He about to go put his neck on the line for a woman that wouldn't even give him no box.
Come. Good night. A woman that really trying to be him.
Right.
Good night. She wouldn't even say hello to Dennis Rodman. Come on, Buck, y'all.
Salakia, if I may, who Dennis Rodman probably inspired her, influenced her to be, what she is. Remember, he showed up in the dress, the wedding dress. He was cross. So Dennis Rodman probably was like, he trying to make amends, trying to make things right, because he's responsible for Brittany Griner. Salakia.
Damn.
Salakia.
Come on with it.
If I may, sir, Bunky all said it so correct, but also along with this whole situation that's crazy to me is that Dennis Rodman been retired from the NBA for like the past 20 years. And this dude, he's about to go, like Yarmak said, put his neck on the line for this sister that wouldn't give him no box. But that's more than it can be said for the whole LGBTQ community. Like they ain't even said, I ain't seen not one plane, not one bus, not one ship going to Russia to try to do nothing. And this random black man, here goes again, they say that black men don't care about black women, but this random black man is trying to go to the middle of a war zone to help this sister. So why is the LGBTQ not doing the same thing? So
no, you know what? The LGBTQRS, LMM, MTV, BET, VH1, huh? I thought they would have, would have been over there in arms for this one. Let me tell y'all something, man. We talk about who we are. We have to learn to really separate ourselves from the world. We're going to use these stories, or we use these things that we talk about in the news, and make sure that we go and teach our people how to come out of this place. All these examples that we hear about in the news and what we read about and what we see, these are things for us to realize why the ISUPK is the home of the truth. Why Commander Junior Hunter held it down the way he held it down. So that way we'll have generations of brothers and sisters that understand what it means to be righteous in the earth. Y'all remember maybe a couple months ago, Captain Nathot did a calculation, if I may. He said in 30 years, 85% of all the men on earth may be gay. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember the calculation?
Kind of one con, sir.
So this is our job. This is what we have to do as a brotherhood. And that's why it's so important that we recognize how we should love and treat each other. Because the rest of the world is truly confused about how to love and how they should treat each other. Homosexuality is a form of self-hate. Huh? They just did a study about, the whole thing when they were talking about babies are born with gender dysphoria, not really understand gender fluid and knowing who they are versus male, female. Well, they just did another study and said that was a goddamn lie. It's been a lie. So what they've allowed us to do is put us in a relaxed state. And instead of us being parents to our children, guess what we let them do? We let them teach our children. We let the entertainers tell us what's best for our children. We let the people with money tell us what's best for our children. When we should listen to the words of God that tell us what's best for our children, man. Listen to the priests and prophets of the Lord that tell us what's best for our children. That's right. That's what's going on. That's what we fighting for.
Salakia, sir.
Come on with it, Yerma.
Lobby, so that's a heavy point, and that's a camp point right there because a lot of our people feel like, you know, I'm being honest. A lot of our people know that Christianity is full of bull crap.
That's right.
But they comfortable being in it because they pick and choose certain points that might sound good to them, like forgiveness. Forgiveness sounds good to our people. So, like, what was that, sir?
What was that? Kind words, soft, speak unto us. What?
Smooth words.
Smooth words. Find that for me.
Khan. You want me to keep
going,
going, brother? Khan. But they know that the entirety of the religion or the teachings is wrong. But this is the problem. Christianity is not going to defend those children who is going to be raised up in this place and killed and commit suicide because they was born a boy, but they was raised a girl. Because they was born a girl, but they was raised a male. Which is why when we go out there to camp and we blazing and we teaching in 90-degree weather, it's not a joke. It's serious because a Christian church will never teach against the LGBTQ. They can't do it. They can't do it. You understand? Which is why the Isupk is the only place on the face of the planet Earth where Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians can seek salvation. There is nowhere else you can go. You understand? Salagia, I land my plane. Salagia.
Brother, you all on it, huh? I was just had the opportunity to talk to Captain Thought, and I was just talking to the brother, talking to Cap, and I was just like, when you think about abortion, a sister that will have abortion, she don't understand that she's really killing her future, man.
Right.
You know, when you sell dope, when you sell that dog food, you know what I'm saying? That 23, that jump, man, that X pill, that fentanyl, that, you know, when you get it all, you selling that idea. Not only are you killing your future, you killing these children's future. We got to remember, as a nation of people, we sell it, we getting rich of our own people at the detriment of our neighborhoods. That's what crack did. Yeah, they got the story that 50 Cent making millions, billions off of goddamn Raising Canaan right now. How they rolled around in them nice Lexuses and Gucci bags and purses and all that stuff. Who didn't see that growing up? We also like growing up. I know I seen it. And at the time we was like, yeah, man, how can I get down? How can I get me a nice car? But we seen even in the Raising Canaan, right? How that girl, what's the brother name, the one they choked out? Juju, her daddy choked her out. Yeah, Jukebox. We seen that she went into a lifestyle that was that pride. She was missing her mother, right? And her father abused her. So the only people who she thought that really could love her, she hated them, man. She yearned for them. And because they wasn't there, guess what our people do? Go to the alternative. You go loving the enemy thinking that that's a form of love because they allow you to do all kind of promiscuity, you know what I'm saying? All type of things that your flesh desires. And guess what you end up then? You end up worse. That's why we have to be the candle or the light to the fire to turn this thing around. That's in the ISUPK, man. We have to do it. You know what I'm saying? What Paul say? I beseech you, brethren. Huh? I beg of you, brothers. Damn. But we watching Raising Canaan like, oh man, what's the next episode? Not knowing that we looking at dope dealers. These are drug dealers. You take a story of a drug dealer and then you give it a plot line around sex, drugs, and money, and everybody in niggerdom go crazy. When the best plot line that ever been written, you know what I'm saying, but it's right here. This it right here. This hit hard. You got drug dealers in here too. You know what I'm saying? They call them witches, warlocks. You understand? Yeah, prostitutes in here too. Right here. All of it in here. Huh? You had real hitters in here too. King David, real hitter. He had no 45. He had a stone, if I may. You know what I'm saying? Hitters, man. I'm gonna get off that. What else we got out there that happening in the earth? What are the stories we got out there?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
The map, the MAP, that transgender, I forget what he is or what his credentials are, but he trying to turn the terminology from being a pedophile to being a I forget the name or what it actually means, but I know it's MAP, M-A-P. But basically, it's just an alternative from being a pedophile to someone who just is attracted to underage children.
Salakia. It's minor attracted persons.
Right, minor attracted persons.
What?
If I may, Salakia, I don't want. Salakia, sir.
Come on,
Salak, this is what Overseer Yarmak is talking about. Is so basically, and it's a weird thing, but technically the definition of a pedophile has always been a person who is attracted to a person of like under the age of like 14 or something like that. They got to be pre-adolescent or prepubescent or something like that, right? But because of the stigma of it, like when you hear the word pedophile, you automatically assume that they have had sex with a child, right? So now you got these people who are saying, "Oh, I'm attracted to children, but I've never touched a child. I would never do that because I that's not right for me to do that. But I don't want to be in the closet about how I feel." So they coming out talking about, "Don't call me a pedophile because that sounds like you're gonna think I've molested somebody. So instead, just call me a minor attracted person. That's who I'm sexually attracted to, but it doesn't mean that I'm actually going to do anything." And they're basically trying to get that added to like Yarmak was saying, to the list of sexual orientations, because in their mind, just because I like it, don't mean I'm going to actually do something to a child. So it's this whole thing they're trying to add to the LGBTQ, and that's what's going on with the maps right now. It's mad famous people are coming out as maps too.
Damn.
Salakia.
Come on.
I remember, Tabuan been rolling with me for a while now. And I remember teaching in classes before we even heard about a map or whatever the hell that was. But I remember teaching that America is the daughter of Babylon. And they are trying to fight to get back to their origins, to get back to who they truly are. Just like with homosexuality. At first, it sounded like something that was a mental disorder. And everyone be like, "What you mean? You sleeping with a man, you a man, that's disgusting." But eventually they started to fight for it and started to push. And then now here we are in 2022 and you could be full out blown gay. But now when I tell sisters or I tell brothers, the same thing is going to happen with pedophilism. And they say, "Hell no, I'll kill a brother, I'll kill a sister." They try to talk about being a pedophile. But now here we go. Here we are in 2022 and MAP is a thing. Now, what's going to happen, in 2028? Well, how's it going to look like in 2034? They're going to be able to full out blown sign a piece of paper and have sex with your 4-year-old child. Salakia.
Come on.
Salakia, sir. Cap is on, sir.
Most High in Christ. And with that, I'm gonna turn the class over and preach and prophet of the Lord, Captain of 13,000, Captain 9,000 by Yum.
Shalom. Shalom Shema Tabashim Rashai. All right, what we rocking with? Where we at right now?
So like y'all the one we was going over Salaki, don't touch that. We was just talking about the what we call it, map. We was just going over popular stories that are going on the earth. We started with the Brittany Griner and Dennis Rodman going over and we talking about the map.
Dennis Rodman went over to Russia.
He said he gonna use his influence to see if he can free then what's her name? Brittany Griner.
All right. All right.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
We also brought out some numbers about this Pride Festival that went down here in Charlotte. They had some record-breaking numbers on that.
What's the numbers?
Officer Yanazar had the exact numbers, sir.
Bunky, y'all had the numbers. You had the numbers on the 275,000 people showed up in Charlotte, and they had 10,000 people in the Pride Parade, which broke a Charlotte's record of the attendance that took place in Charlotte this weekend.
Lord will it break the monkeypox record too. And that's to show the spirit of the white man. You know what I mean? That's to show the spirit of the white man. Give me the precept I'm talking about. Where to him, he knows the statistics, you know what I mean, the so-called oppressor science, letting you know that what? That being gay is more than likely have a higher percentage of contracting what? Monkeypox, AIDS. But he somewhat fight it, right?
Come.
So now, give me a precept.
I got one, sir.
Come on.
The book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee.
That's it. That's a good one. That wasn't the one I was talking about, but that's an excellent one. Read.
Come. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee.
Mm-hmm.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation.
And that's so heavy because the pride just don't go with what? The gay pride. You understand? That the pride, you know what I mean? That is, you could see.
Okay.
What about that pride with the military, with, you know what I mean, everything.
Okay.
Everything go across the board. That's his characteristics. Pride. Pride is on top of his list. Well, I should say pride and money might, you know what I mean, might fight for number one.
Okay.
You understand? Read on.
Okay. Whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Perfect. You understand? And that's exactly what he's saying. Who's going to what? Bring me down to the ground? Who's going to make me like these niggas?
Right.
You understand? Like these wetbacks. Who's going to put my kids in cages? You understand? He cannot see a day living like us, Akim. What? He cannot see a day. If he even, you know what I mean, fathom about a day thinking about us, him being like us, he's going to try and commit suicide. Come on.
So I was just gonna say that's heavy because if you like think about the same thing, he knows he done said it's all over the news and everything about how the monkeypox is being spread. Some people saying it's skin on skin contact, but we know for sure that if men have sex with men, they're going to get monkeypox. And yet they still decide to have a 200,000 record-breaking parade, you know what I'm saying, in the midst of a two-time pandemic because COVID is still here and they got monkeypox. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing like when Cuomo up in New York, when he was like, oh yeah, we didn't beat, God didn't beat the COVID, we did. You know what I'm saying? To them, it's like they're the God on earth. Like everything they do is, ain't nobody gonna stop us from doing what we want to do. So like it.
You're right. That's it. And that's who you're dealing with, Akim. When it comes to the oppressor, he sees that he's going to live like. That's why Donald Trump is, you know what I mean, his supporters is like, hold up, no, you ain't gonna treat us like niggas. You could do that garbage to them Negroes and them Hispanics and Native Indians, not us. Now to them the FBI is, you know what I mean, to what we will call what? Babylon. In the Caribbean, we call that type of system, that police system, that type of oppressive system, Babylon. Now they're looking at the FBI, the police, you know what I mean, the judicial system as being oppressive. When we've been oppressed by them, you know what I mean, even after the so-called slavery. You understand? You have any more on it?
That was the end of the verse, sir.
That's the end there? Come on.
If I may, sir, if I may bring out, it's another story that's real popular going on right now. Putin's, the daughter of Putin's, the brain ideologist, was found killed in a car explosion.
Yeah,
they called.
I saw that. We come into that.
Yeah,
save that. So we come into that for sure. Yeah, I mean this place is in. You know, what I mean, is in. Best way to describe it, hell right now. You understand? It's going to hell in a handbasket, as the saying goes. You understand? It's really getting bad out there. You know what I mean? And for a pastor to be telling you he needs a watch and he can't tell time, you know what I mean? Something wrong with him. You understand? He's really not worried about what's going to take place when this place starts to fall or gets even worse. Come on.
Salakia, if I may, sir. And what makes it so disgusting, he was specific on what watch it was that he wanted his congregation to buy. That lets you know how, directly evil he wants to be, and he is, by saying, this is the watch that I should have been had. Salakia.
And that pride comes from who? From his oppressor. He just being so-called Esau. You understand? It's just, you know, I mean, pride, right? And give me where it say a great fall, before a great fall. I think it's pride cometh before a great fall. All right, and give me an Isaiah. I believe it's Isaiah 14, where he say he's going to ascend into heaven. 14 and 12. All right.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
The young man out here, he got it. He want to read it for you, sir, if he could, Bapu, sir.
Go ahead.
Verse 18 reads, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall.
You understand? Pride goeth before what?
Destruction.
Destruction. You full of pride, brother, sister, is just a matter of time before what? Young man?
So like you, sir, you fall.
No, it says it right there. You're correct with what you're saying, but it says it right there. You full of pride. Nobody can tell you nothing. You're always right. You know what I mean? You can't take correction. All right, what does it say?
Like you, sir, destruction.
Yes, destruction. You understand? You know what I mean? To this day, I've never seen anybody, you know what I mean, kick anybody out of school but themselves. You understand? And that's because they're full of pride. You want to know why they walk through the door and it's hard for them to come back? Because it's pride. You understand? Pride, destruction cometh. You understand? Oh, read it one more time. Let me don't mess it up. Read it one more time for me.
Verse 18 reads, pride goeth before destruction,
right?
And a haughty spirit before a fall.
Right? And a haughty spirit before a what? A fall. You understand? Like that is a characteristic that your so-called oppressor, he have, you know what I mean, on point. As he come out of the womb, he has that. You understand? Right? Now give me the one in Isaiah called for.
So like I said, I got you.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground?
Right?
Which it is weakens the nations.
This is what? This is a future prophecy that is going to happen. You understand? You thinking Lucifer is, you know what I mean, some angel in the earth with a pitchfork, or some being with a pitchfork in the earth with some horns. Nah, Negro. Lucifer is right here on earth. your so-called oppressor, your nearest oppressor. That's Lucifer. You understand? Read on.
Verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into the heaven.
I will ascend into where?
Into the heaven.
Into the heaven. Meaning he is so proud, Akim. His pride is so, diabolical that he will, whatever he says he's going to do, he's going to do it. We're going to fight against cancer. We're going to fight against this. You're behind full of monkeypox and AIDS. We're going to fight AIDS. We're going to fight this. You understand? Read on.
I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God.
You understand? He will exalt his what? His throne. You understand? He wants to be looking down on you all the time. The day he him fathom or thinking he had to look up to you. That's why they went and changed what? Christ, who was a black man, into Sergio Borgia, who is some white man. You know what I mean? Some Caucasian. You know what I mean? Blonde hair, you know what I mean? The whole hippie style. You understand? That's why they did it. Because they can't see a world worshiping or, you know what I mean, bowing down to a Negro or to a Hispanic or to a Native Indians. Right? Read on.
I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation.
Right? He wants to sit. And is he doing it right now? Yes, he's doing it right now. He's sitting on the mount. You understand? He's our government right now. You know what I mean? You in the world, that's your government right now. You understand? In here, we know who our government is. You know, we totally separate from America. Totally. We don't celebrate the holidays America celebrates. We don't celebrate, you know what I mean? We don't acknowledge, you know what I mean, these feast days they want to have. We don't. So totally separate from them. You understand? Right? Read on.
In the sides of the north.
Right? In the sides of the north. Well, where we are today. In what? North America. You understand? This Bible has a prophecy. You'll never get this from the Bhagavad Gita. You'll never get it from the Quran. I don't care what religious book you want to play your opening. You are not going to get these prophecies. The Bible is the only book and the most sought after book. That's why who want to Tabo, see if we can look up the story on Texas trying to get rid of the Bible from the schools. You understand? Read on.
Verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds.
I will what?
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds.
You understand? I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. And where he is right now.
Salakia, sir. Donald Trump, he unveiled the new logo for the space fleet or the Space Force. And it's funny because at the 53rd annual Passover, Cocoa Beach is also the what you call it, the Space Force base, and it is in Cocoa Beach, and he's setting up his satellites and his bases up in the stars right now. So like it.
Yeah, you're so right. Oh, you can pull up the image of the Space Force tab on, or you're still looking for that stuff.
I already got the one in Texas. You want the Space Force logo?
Yeah, see if we can pull it up. And put it up on the screen so brothers and sisters could see what we're talking about. Come on.
And so like I said, if I could, it was so surreal because we were driving to a cookout by one of the brothers who's having a cookout at his house, and we drove right past it. And it's real, it's really there. They don't let you see inside of it at all, but they have the signs up and it's there. It's real. They really trying to make sure that they take over space right now. So like,
yeah, they think they could put up a fight. And why do they think they could put up a fight?
Pride, sir.
Yeah, pride. Pride is one thing that will have you thinking that, you know what, UPK, you are wrong for making people pay tithes. You're wrong. You understand? You're wrong for a man having more than one woman because you're full of pride. Right? You have it. You have it. Tab one. If you have the picture, let's put it up.
Con, we put it up right now.
Right here.
Salaki, it was a little more in that scripture, Baba Kacha.
Yeah, we come into the. I just want tab one. Put it up.
Come.
If you can't, as I say, I'm gonna put it up right here, quick. Let me see if I can get it. No, tab one. You didn't want that.
That's not the one.
I'm gonna share it with you.
Con. So exit out.
Yeah, you could exit that out. You'll see what I'm talking about here. All right. You can see the screen.
Okay.
All right. This is the Space Force logo right here. All right. Emblem of what? The new Space Delta 18, which will run the new National Space Intelligence Center. All right. Because recently they had a whole, I want to say, debate, right, on their records of these UFOs, right? Now they're calling it by a different name. They changed it from UFOs to forget the name they're calling it now. You all can look it up and see. Google it and see what's the name they're calling it right now. You understand? So this is the logo right here that you're seeing. That what you call it again?
So
go ahead.
So Lockie, sir. I had a question. It was kind of off topic of what you was trying to get. Is there any way possible we could get this on our camp signs, or
what was that? This?
Yeah, kind of because I believe that this is heavy, right? It's
this is a com sign.
Con.
All right. All right. And that's just to show you, like, you know what I mean, who you're dealing with. Just like Egypt. Egypt was full of what? Pharaoh was full of what?
Pride, sir.
What? Yeah. Getting killed. You can stop sharing it now, Tabon, or I have to stop sharing. Yeah, I'll stop sharing it. Right? It let his firstborn get him killed. Let his military at the bottom of the Red Sea. You understand?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
So I have a question about that. If after Moses, when he led the Israelites out of Egypt and he crossed through the Red Sea, and Pharaoh and his army followed, did the Egyptians as to who they were back then, did they die off completely, or is the Egyptians that's in Egyptian or did they kind of change, or the Egyptians from Moses' time, from the book of Exodus, are they gone completely? Salakia.
No. It's not that they're gone. It's just like with us, right? It's like saying, since your so-called oppressor in Israel right now is in our land, that there's no Israelite. You understand?
Sir.
Like they're on the earth, but they're living in, in different areas in Africa, different countries in Africa. Like I believe how General Johanna had explained it. Them Egyptians, you want to look for them tall, lanky looking Hamites.
Slug it, sir. If I could piggyback what Officer Yarmak's asking, because I kind of had a similar question I was gonna ask before, but like them Africans that be like 7'3" and that be jumping like 18 feet in the air, like would those be like more like the modern Egyptians, whereas like the people nowadays who claim they Egyptian be more like Middle Eastern? They look more like
That's exactly what I'm trying to get you all to understand. Because people in Israel claiming to be what?
African Israelites.
No, yeah, Israelites. They ain't claiming to be Africans. They claiming to be actual biblical Israelites.
Come on.
You understand? Come on.
I was those big, tall, lanky Africans. The majority of them are from Sudan. Those Sudanese,
Yes.
you know, I think those might have been some Canaanites, maybe, I don't know, but they're big, tall, like 7, 8 feet, lanky, like that movie Air Up There back in the 90s. It showed the so-called Esau going overseas, going to Africa. And I believe those Sudanese, like Manute Bol and all them, they're like big giant big giant Hamites. But I was talking to this crypto, what's her name? This female, my first college I went to. She was a Coptic Christian. Never heard of it, but that's the people live in Egypt. They're Christians, and they are Coptic Christians, which means like the people that are Egypt now are mostly Arabs, and they're Muslims there, and they don't like the Christians. Some of those early Egyptians went south to like Eritrea and Ethiopia and further down. They all left and migrated, but she said it's like a very, 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 very small population of Egyptians that are still there, and they turn Christian.
Yeah,
they're going to Coptic Christians.
You may not find them in Egypt. They may not be the elites in Egypt to today. You know what I mean? The elites today in the majority of those nations where Israel is, where our land is more so is Esau dealing with. You understand? Because of who? Because of who?
Say it again, Adawan. You said the people are not there?
Yeah, the people that's there right now, the people who are in power right now, they are not actual Egyptians. They're not actual, they're not, I shouldn't say actual, they are not Egyptians. They're not so-called, what you call them, Arabs. They're not them. Why?
So I can, sir, if I may.
Go ahead.
Because the influx and the invasions of the so-called oppressor into the area, and they just take claim, like the scripture, like this, we always teach that wherever the white man goes or the oppressor goes, he takes the name of the place. He claims it for himself, and he puts his name on it.
Right, correct. But I want you to be specific. You're correct with what you're saying.
Because of Pharaoh's heart, Pharaoh's pride.
No. I'm talking about a specific, like specific person. That caused all of this. Come on. No. Muhammad was so-called Arab, right? I'm talking about the elites right now in Saudi Arabia. They're not Arabs.
The Locky are the one.
Come on.
Is it because of the Greeks?
You're coming. You're getting
Alexander the Greek.
That's it. That's him. When Alexander went and took over, right? Remember, where was Alexander people? Where were they?
Up in the mountains, sir?
Yeah. Alexander father. Remember go ahead.
Philip Macedonian.
You're right. That's his father. His father went and joined the Polynesians today to fight wars. And before you know it, they are conquering the Polynesians. You understand? Like Europe, where the majority of so-called Caucasians are, the Polynesians and them were there. And they were allowed to come and integrate into their military. And before you know it, Philip the Macedonian, you know what I mean, was conquering all these, you know what I mean, the entire Europe. You understand what I'm saying? And then you have Alexander. When Alexander died, he had how many generals?
12 generals, sir.
12. I believe he had 4 generals. Check it and see. I think 4 generals where when Alexander died, they split up his territory. Look it up for me. I have it. Is a while I ain't teach on it, but I know I have it written somewhere. Just look up and see how many generals Alexander the Greek. They'll call him Alexander the Great, but we in here we call him the Greek. He ain't nothing great about him.
Okay.
All right.
It was 4 of them.
Yeah. Well, who was it for?
Cassander, Ptolemy, Antigonus, and Seleucus.
Right. And I know Ptolemy, I think, is the one that took over Egypt.
Sir.
You understand? He's the one that took over Egypt. And when he took over Egypt now you have what? You have Caucasians in Egypt. Devils in Egypt with power. And now these elites that you're seeing there, more than likely, they're not even, a quarter Arab. You understand? So now if you're looking for the Egyptians, you can't look for them in Egypt because the Lord destroyed Egypt. Destroy. They're taking, you could find more faces, around a pyramid than, than in your toilet. Salakia. You know what I mean? Egypt is literally a dust bowl right now. You know what I mean? Nothing it used to be. Remember, Egypt was one of the most greatest. America has the dollar with what? With a pyramid and an all-seeing eye on it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they ain't taking what? They ain't going to take Greek symbols to try and make their, their whole country look great. They took Egyptian symbols. You understand? So America know how powerful Egypt was at that time. You understand? No military could have matched with them at that time. You understand? That's why the Lord drowned them behind, in Egypt, in the Red Sea. And there was no more Egypt. That was it for Egypt. Right? Where we at right now? We finished with Isaiah.
Oh, just a little bit more on it, sir. Just a little bit.
Come on.
I will be like the Most High.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
That was it on that.
Right? And that's him. He wants to be like the Most High. He wants you doing what? Worshiping him. And when you go into that Christian church, you are going to do what? You are going to worship your oppressor.
So, Salakia, sir.
Come on.
We got a question in the room from a sister.
Come on.
She asked, is America trying to be like Egypt? Or is it Egypt reborn again? Or are they trying to imitate Egypt?
It's more the spirit. They're trying to take on the spirit of Egypt. You understand?
Con.
Right? Give me the scripture I'm talking about. Give me Revelation 11:8.
Yeah, I got that story on the Texas joint other one.
Salaki other one.
Uh-huh.
I got the so about the Alexander the Great. That precept for that could be found in Daniel chapter 7 about the 4 beasts being the Assyrians, the Persians, and the Mede, Alexander the Great and Rome, about the statue.
Say that one more time.
The vision that Daniel had about the statue. And Jeremiah Hyman did a breakdown on it. It's found in Daniel chapter 7. It's the vision of the 4 beasts, and it tells you about he went down and broke down what each part of the statue was. And, the Assyrians, the Persians, and the Medes. Then you got Alexander the Great and Rome.
I'm gonna try and do that next class. I'm gonna try and go into it next class for sure.
Come. All
right.
Salakia, sir. The young man, he has it. Revelations 11 and verse 8.
Yeah. Go ahead and read it.
Do our brothers got it?
Go ahead.
11 and 8 reads, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom."
Which is what?
It's called Sodom.
You're leaving out a word there.
In Egypt.
What word he leaving out?
Spiritually.
Yes, spiritually. You understand? That's why you could have monkeypox being an epidemic, and you still have these sodomites full of pride. You understand? They're telling you, men with men having sex with men, is going to give you what? You're going to get the monkeypox. But no, not him. You understand? This place is spiritual what? Spiritually Sodom. Read.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Go back up.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
And Egypt. Sodom and Egypt. That's America right there for you. They're spiritually Sodom and Egypt. All the way. Ain't no gain around it. Ain't no gain around it at all. Now give me Exodus 20 and 2.
Got it. It's like I said, the young man, he got it.
Come on.
Exodus 20 and 2 reads, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Right? Out of the house of what?
Bondage.
Right? And where are we right now? In America, in what? In the house of what?
Bondage.
Bondage. You understand? This Bible speaks of us from front to back. Give me Isaiah 31 and 1. Anybody? Who want to get swift?
So like, so what was that scripture?
Isaiah 31 and 1.
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Yeah, come on. So like the young man has it, sir.
Come on.
Isaiah 31 and 1 reads, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many.
You understand? And that we today trust in what? The American what? Military. We trust in that. It's ridiculous. We trust in America. You understand? This recession taking place, and you know, I mean, people is like, this is what? This is America. What is going on here? Is this a third world country? You understand? Read it one more time from the top.
Isaiah 31 and 1 reads, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
Right, I go down to Egypt for help. You understand? You're marching, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Let's go vote. Come out and vote. You understand? What did what was what's his name, boy? The Fruit of Islam.
So like, Malcolm X?
No, not Malcolm X. The one that's around today. What's his name?
Farrakhan?
What did he say? What does it say? What's the slogan?
Like I said, I don't know. I don't listen to Farrakhan. So like,
No, you don't have to. Okay, with these leaders, you're gonna have to listen at what they're saying, what they're telling the people, so that you could cut them on what they're saying. You understand what I'm saying? So you're not listening for him to try and educate you. Farrakhan had to come and sit his butt in a classroom in all black. You understand? You're gonna have to sweep the school. You're gonna have to do everything just like every one of us did. Right? He is not great.
So, like, if I may, sir,
come on.
Was his slogan "Justice or Else"?
No, wasn't justice or else. Did he have something? Speaking about voting. Maybe I get it mixed up.
I know Puff Daddy said vote or die, but I think Farrakhan was justice or else with the Million Man March.
Okay, yeah, then it's P Diddy are talking about that.
Lucky, I have a quote from Louis Farrakhan right here.
Come on.
It says, this is from Louis Farrakhan. Every time we have had a presidential election where there is white or black, you always have to choose between the lesser of the evils. So you either vote for Satan or the devil, and you can catch hell either one.
Right.
What? Salakia. Good night.
You understand? So he's saying you have two choices, and here you have no choice. You only Christ is your king. That's it. We're done. No discussion. You understand?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
What is Farrakhan talking about? A presidential election, white or black? Isn't there? Even though Barack Obama, they claim to be black, but isn't he the only one? Salakia, what is he talking about every time?
Yeah, but what he basically trying to tell you is, you know what I mean, either way, you know what I mean, you just have to vote for the lesser evil. Either way. You understand? And also too, I think, who was saying Barack Obama was the Messiah?
Farrakhan. That was Farrakhan.
Yeah, I know that simple Negro was saying was trying to lead you down, you know what I mean, back into Egypt. You understand? We you know what I mean, with a so-called, you know what I mean, African, right? Where we at right now?
Isaiah 31, sir.
Yeah, finish up Isaiah 31.
And it reads, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong.
Right, so you all understand what it's saying there, right?
Come
on.
But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
Right, we don't look unto the Holy One, and we can see that today by our lifestyle with this whole, you know what I mean, wanting to push, you know what I mean, wanting to accept abortion, wanting to accept this whole, you know what I mean, gayness. You understand? Like we not even trying to seek the Lord. Right? We trust in Egypt. We trust that America is always going to be our what? America is going to be our what?
Our oppressor, sir.
No, okay, we know that, but we trust that America is always going to do what? Save us.
Savior.
Yeah, you understand? We trust in America just like we trust in what? Egypt. That's why them simple Negroes wanted to what? Build a golden calf to take it back to where? To Egypt. You know what I mean? Because they trust in Egypt.
So
Egypt, they ain't gonna starve, they ain't gonna have quail and manna falling from the sky, and they have to eat that every day. A Negro had to eat quail and manna every day is like, oh hell no, I'm going back into, put me back in the fields. Put me back in change.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
If I could pull a precept.
Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 36 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
It says, lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it.
Right. What is that saying?
Salakia, meaning like what the scripture saying before, we look at how great America is, and we trust that America is going to raise our children. We trust that America is going to take care of our elderly and take care of us. But when every single time that Black people have trusted in America's politicians or in their religion or in their ways, it's only gotten us hurt. We've only died for trusting in their religion. We've only died from voting and believing in their politicians and trusting in America.
That's right. That's it. Correct. You understand? You are a drug dealer. You trusting in America. You understand? You're a drug addict. You trusting in America. You understand? You believe in abortion. You are trusting in America. You believe that 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 gayness or gay love is love, you trusting in America, right? Come on.
Salakia, sir, and that's a heavy point because I know some, I know, I know people that I came from the world from who they would say things like, oh, if I get caught for doing this, I'm gonna probably just get probation, or I'm gonna probably get this, or I'm gonna be okay. And then they went out and did something, and then they ended up with a harsh crime or a harsh penalty for the crime that they committed, and then now they inside to this day, and they still can't believe that America turned their back on them, just like the woman, Brittany Griner. She can't believe that America has turned their back on her.
Right. So, correct. You know what I mean? 100% correct. All right. That was it on that scripture. All right. So now, who's this? Keon Lambert. Tabon, read that for me.
Slack, you want me to read that, John? I tried to get rid of it on Facebook, but if you want me
we're gonna answer it.
Come on. This is from some cat on Facebook, Keon Lambert. I think he just trolling everybody in the UPK. I seen his comments on other people's posts.
Oh, so he been trolling people.
Yeah. I seen like another UPK video from headquarters, and this exact same comment was on there. You know what I'm saying? So
he think he learned a little bit some internet knowledge, and now he had the truth.
Right. Come on.
Nigga, go, you know what I mean? Go sit in the corner with your drawers and type all the, you know what I mean? Type away. Type away. Niggas with braids and boots in the streets. You know what I mean? Trying to give life to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And you standing on one, you know what I mean? Simple, I don't understand. You know what I mean? Enjoy your life. Right? We're holding from a table one. Then I wouldn't even entertain him then.
Okay. Well, I got the Texas.
Yeah, read some of that for me.
Okay.
Read some of that. You understand?
Come on, sir. I got to get it from the right article because the other one I couldn't open it. This is from NPR. It says, the Bible is among, let me get it on the screen too, if I could, Baba could show.
Go ahead.
The Bible is among dozens of books removed from this Texas school district. Salakia. With me, I'm gonna keep reading while I'm getting it up there too. Students at the Keller Independent School District outside Fort Worth, Texas, went back to school Wednesday, but instead of the focus being on their return, much of the attention has been heaped on an email that was sent out the day before, instructing school staff to pull all copies of a list of more than 40 books from the classrooms and libraries.
All right, and one of them is your what? Is your Bible.
Okay.
They ain't gonna remove their constitution, right? They ain't gonna remove their pledge of allegiance. You understand?
Okay.
But they will remove what? That Bible, because that Bible is what? A black man's book.
Okay.
You understand? Bible is the, you know what I mean, is the number one book sought after on the earth. And you tell me you're gonna remove it from the schools? Why? Because you know that Bible has nothing to do with you. Black people should look at these, you know what I mean, these stories, you know what I mean, and start to really think in themselves. You know what I mean? Why would they even do this?
If I may, sir.
Come on.
If I may, I don't want. I see that they're removing the Bible out of the schools, but would they ever remove the "In God We Trust" out the dollar?
Right? Yeah. They ain't doing that. Taboni was going to say something too.
So I was going to say they got a list. So I don't really know what angle they're going with, because they got a list of other books that have nothing to do with the Bible. Like they also put the Diary of Anne Frank on there and pulled it from the school system. So I don't know if you want me to read more to try to get some understanding of what it is they're trying to do.
They're
trying to do.
They're trying to do this. Give me train up a child in the way he or she should go.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
The sister here had a comment as well.
Come on.
Go ahead.
I said they're also like removing like Black history, like the transatlantic slave trade and stuff like that.
Just say that one more time.
I said they're removing like stuff in Black history, like the transatlantic slave trade as well.
Yes, because they're trying to train. They're trying to train you to forget about the atrocities that was done to your people, so that now you become a super slave. You understand?
Lucky, sir.
Come on.
Proverbs 22, verse 6 reads, train up a child in the way he should go.
Right.
And when he is old, he will not depart from it.
You understand? They want to indoctrinate your children. You understand? They want to decide what books your kid's going to use. That's why Florida kept ban what? CRT. That critical race theory. They'll ban it. You understand? Because that's going to teach Black people to do what? What is it going to teach Black people to do?
To forget, sir.
No. When you saying what actually happened to your people in slavery, when you bringing out these stories, what for Black people to heal, what's going to have to happen?
So,
go ahead.
They're gonna have to wake up to the truth.
Yeah, but give me direct. You're right with what you're saying. Shabayala, you're right with what you're saying. But I want to direct. Come on.
They're gonna have to remember.
Yeah, but okay. Let's picture this, right? I know none of you are abusers, right? But if a woman is being abused by a man, what's the first thing she's going to have to do to get out of that?
Salakia, sir. So you're gonna have to tell somebody.
Okay, meaning within herself, what she's going to have to do.
Salakia, sir.
Oh, she's getting abused.
She has to recognize that she's being abused and that there's a way out.
Salakia, sir. Justice?
No, Good night, man.
Salakia, could you repeat the question so I understand?
I mean, who good at beating? Don't answer that question. I'm just joking. don't answer that question. I'm just joking. All right? But okay. Okay, picture, okay. If you are being bullied by someone, right? I mean, you go to school and every day you're getting shaken up. Bully coming to you, sticking his hand in your pocket. Let me see what you have there for me, boy. Sticking his hand in your pocket, taking all the chains out your pocket, and then giving you back how much money he think you should have, or taking all. What are you going to have to do to stop that bully? What's the first thing that's going to have to come? Come on.
Rebel. Like, fight back.
You own it. You're on it. But just think about it this way. You can't beat the bully. But what have to go off in your head for you to even start to rebel?
To know that, so like you said, to know that what's happening isn't right.
Okay, yes. Okay, a woman getting slapped in her face.
Salaki, sir.
More than likely knows that it's not right to get, physically punched and beat up like a man.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
She got to be fed up. She's got to be ready to, stand up to that brother.
Give me the UPK word. What you gonna have to do?
Go to war?
What you're saying is correct. That comes after. There's something she gonna have to tell herself. She's gonna have to say, you know what?
Like, this is never going to stop until I do something?
Yes, you're correct, but looking for that word. She's gonna have to do something. Okay, it's like this. If you ever used to smoke weed before, right? Before you come to the truth, what you gonna have to tell yourself to stop it completely, to help, get over it. You're gonna have to say what?
It's like I'm gonna die if I don't quit.
Salaki, sir. If I may, I mean, you gotta, with the weed, like, you basically gotta learn from the priests and prophets, like, learn how disgusting it is, like how, like, the worst thing you could do.
Just think, it's simpler than that. You're gonna have to hate it.
Oh damn.
You're gonna have to hate getting punched. You're gonna have to hate that bully sticking his hand in your pocket. You cannot, Now with the hate, it's going to infer a reaction. You're going to react to it. Even if it costs you again, your tail whoop, you're gonna stand up. But you're gonna have to hate the fact that this person is taking advantage of you. You're gonna have to hate it, or else the cycle will what? Repeat itself.
So
teaching black people about slavery, teaching them about what the oppressor have done to them, the crimes they have committed is going to instill something. You gonna have to what? Hate your oppressor. You're gonna have to go there. You understand?
So sir.
Come on.
That's like that that I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly, but like that Christian girl, her name like Krishan what? Krishan Rock. She in a relationship with a famous rapper, named Blueface, and they have a famous relationship of pretty much just her being abused. Like, she gets beat, she gets abused, but she never leaves her husband. You understand? I mean, well, Blueface or whatever, the rapper. But it's like, for relationships like that, it's almost as if she doesn't hate the things that's happening to her. She doesn't hate it.
Yes.
She never tried to change it, which is why to us, we don't understand how the hell she's still with him.
Right.
She doesn't hate it. She loves it.
You understand? Okay, I wouldn't say she love it. It's just that her mind not there. You understand? Her mind is not there. It's just like, like brothers don't like getting up 5 o'clock in the morning to have to get to work for 7 and then leaving 5 p.m. in the evening. Then have to go home, argue and fight. You understand? And have a hot meal to eat and then start that cycle all over again. You understand what I'm saying? They don't like it, but they don't have that avenue, that way out to understand, what they have to do, what it will take for them to do to get out of that system, that systematic, lifestyle they're in. You understand? Like no woman likes, nobody likes to, get slapped across the face. I don't care what you say. You don't like it. But you're going to have to hate it. And then with hating it, going to come a reaction to it. You understand? It could mean, baby, I like you, but we can't live together. I have to live here. You need your space, this, that, the other. But I can't have you going on and, slapping me. And punching me, taking me for a punching bag when you're angry. That cannot carry on. Now, for that to happen, she's going to have to hate what Blueface is doing. She's going to have to hate it. For you to get over weed, you're going to have to hate weed. For you to get over pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, you're going to have to hate crab, shrimp, and lobster. You're gonna have to hate seeing it, smelling it. You know what I mean? Being in the same room with it. You're gonna have to hate it. You understand? And then everything what you all say gonna come with it. Everything else what you all said is going to come with it. Right? Where we at right now? You have any more on the article?
So, man, I think that's pretty much the gist of it. They didn't start naming other books. It literally says they never explained why they took the Bible off, but you know, they took the Bible out, but they also took some LGBTQ stuff out. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're not really being real detailed about it.
Yeah, because they're trying to train your child up. That's how the scripture. You know what I mean? They're trying to train your child in a way, whereas they don't even think about what they don't want you to think about. When they take the history on slavery out of school, what are they trying to get you to think?
So obviously, that it was just a migration.
It was a migration, but they're trying for you not to even remember. How to put it? Okay, the holidays, right, that America celebrates today, right? They're holidays. Why do they celebrate those holidays?
Because it's a good thing. It's a good thing for America.
Yes, for America, but give me a little more. Okay, why do we celebrate our holidays in the Bible?
Because it's a recompense of our ancestors. It's a law.
Salakia, sir.
It must just remember. Just think simple.
Salakia, Adawan.
Come on.
Because it's our culture, sir.
Yes, but it's more. You want to remember what the Lord did for you. You don't want to forget that. You understand? Today, because of the Christian church, we have forgotten what the Lord did for us. And we forget how to serve him. So now, guess what? When you celebrate the 4th of July, you're actually celebrating what? Your oppressor's holiday that he set aside for his people to remember. Now, if you take that away from them, then the sacrifice that their forefathers make becomes non-existent. And now what that allows is for them to be conquered as a people easily. You understand? You take away them holidays America set aside for their people, it's going to instill a docile atmosphere in them where they'll be able to be taken over by some other white group or Caucasian people. You understand? Take your holidays away from you. They want to take the Bible away from you because guess what? What did Nat Turner use to revolt?
The Bible, sir.
The Bible. They know that this Bible speaks about what? Revolution. They can't have you thinking about revolution. They're preparing to go to war right now. That story that Shabaya was bringing up. This place is going to war. You know, quicker than we really think it is. It's going there. Right now, Taiwan, Japan, South Korea, they are holding military drills. You understand? And guess who's backing China? Not China. Taiwan, Japan, and South Korea. Who backing them?
America, sir.
America. Who's backing Ukraine? America. You understand? This place is going to war. Right? And now they can't have you thinking about revolting, thinking about, you know what I mean, about getting justice. No, Negro. You go sit in the corner there and learn about X plus Y, 2 plus 2. You understand? Learn about the Star Spangled Banners. Learn about that, Negro. But don't open that book and learn about who you really is. You're not going to be taught no critical race theory. None of that. No. You're not going to make my kids feel bad for what their forefathers did. Come on.
So like it, I was gonna add to what you were saying, you know, about the war. Like America has been pulling they businesses from them other countries like China and all that, India, all them places. They've been pulling all their business like Nike and all that. They've been pulling all their businesses from them places.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
And just to add to what Ayathan is saying, that's heavy. My aunt just got back from Amsterdam. And when they was in Amsterdam, they was telling them that they was going to give them loans and permits to open up businesses in Amsterdam and different places that they were traveling to, because they looking for people to come and set up shop in them countries. Because like Ayathan said, you know, America's pulling out.
Yeah, because this place is going to war. You understand? What's his name? Shabala, go ahead and read the story now.
The headline is "The daughter of Putin's brain ideologist was killed in a car explosion." Moscow. An explosion in the outskirts of Moscow has killed the daughter of key ally of Russian President Vladimir Putin.
So now it getting what? Closer and closer to home. You understand? You want to kill our sons? You know what I mean? And daughters, husbands, and wives in Ukraine? We're going to kill your daughter. We're going to kill you. Right? Read on a little bit again.
Daria Dugan, 29, was driving a Toyota Land Cruiser Sunday when the vehicle exploded.
Right. I think Tabo One, you can pull up any video on it. You understand? Now this war has nothing to do with us,
check, sir.
but it has to do about, you know what I mean, about your freedom. See what I'm saying?
No, I'm gonna see if I can find something I want.
Yeah. I think they have the explosion with the pops in astonishment to see his vehicle up in flames with his daughter in it. You understand? You want to go make other families,
So,
you know what I mean, childless.
So lucky I don't want by me. Hey, Putin them better retaliate, man. That sounds like somebody put a hit out on her. Like, they need to retaliate.
And they're going to do it. This place, as I say, give me
I got some videos, sir.
Ezra 9 and 6. Or 9 and 1. But if you get a video, play it there for me.
So like I said, first Ezra or second?
I think it's second Ezra. It's about the uproar.
The young man has it, sir.
Okay. Hold it. Hold where is it right there? Tab on. Play it for me.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been living in
Daria Dugina, daughter of Putin.
And yeah, I mean, we've been living, yeah, I mean, life like this. Yeah, that's like play with all the songs. You understand? With all the murders that going on in Chicago, we don't have time to cry for them, man. You're going and fight it out, duke it out.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You all had the real guns. You all had nukes. You know what I mean? You all had the, you know what I mean, the what you call it, them thermal weapons. Go ahead and, you know what I mean, get it on and popping. You know what I mean? Watch that. Yeah, boo-hoo. All right. Give me what I said, what scripture I tell it to go to?
Second Ezra chapter 1. What was it? Young man.
No, 9. 9 and 1, right?
Chapter 9 and verse 1.
Yeah.
Salaki, and when you read it, just read second Ezra and then say chapter 9 and verse 1 and then read.
Gotcha. Second Ezra reads 9 verse 1.
Chapter 9.
Chapter 9 verse 1 reads, "He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Right. He wasn't telling Ezra to go buy a watch. Did Ezra tell the angel, you know what I mean, he need a Movado? No. The angel tell him measure the time diligently. You understand? Observe what's going on around you. You know what I mean? A man just can't come and tell you everything falling around you. And a preacher telling you everything gonna be okay. You know what I mean? Just pray about it. Make sure and pay your tithes. Or just give from your heart. You understand? Everything falling around you, you know. Everything. Things getting worse. Crime going up. Everything, you know what I mean, getting bad. But we're gonna be just fine. More molestation in the church, more pedophiles in the church. You understand? But everything gonna be just fine. Read.
He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before.
Right, read on. When you see what? When you see certain signs pass, right, like which he told you before, read on.
Verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right? When the Lord is going to what? Visit. And the Lord right now is visiting this place. Oh boy, he's visiting this place. That's why do not take your seat lightly in here, Aqua. Do not take it lightly. You understand? You wake up in the morning, you watch that Negro in that mirror, and you fight. You go to war. You understand? Don't be full of pride. Don't be carnal. You understand? Read on.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
Right, earthquakes and uproars. Right now, there's a ton of uproar in the earth. We're not even hearing about the wars that's been fought right now in Africa. A ton of fighting going on in Africa. I'm sure the last thing I heard was when the Ethiopians was trying to get the Jamaicans out because they were going to war with the Eritreans. They're fighting all over the earth. There's uproars all over the earth right now. Read on.
Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Understand? This is what we call justice. The Lord trying to bring justice for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But your Texas government wants you to forget about it. You understand? There's no difference than telling a basketball player just bounce the ball, just bounce the ball and dribble. You understand? Don't be an activist. Don't say jack squat about anything that happened in the community. Just bounce the ball. Just dribble. Right? And that's the way they want you. Right? They want you like the 40 when you ever read the $40 Million Slave, the book. Where it tells you about, you know what I mean, about that chain line they have with getting a certain kind of ball player, certain type of athlete to be elite. You understand? They're trying to formulate a system that runs smooth for their system.
Oh, Salaga, sir.
Come on.
Salaga, I have read a book about that. And it also speaks about like college and how basically how they have certain systems that it funnels out the bad Negroes from the Negroes that are good for them, like joining the fraternities. Like Like a lot of Negroes go to college, but not all of them can be in a fraternity. But
Right.
the ones in a fraternity, it's just a funnel where they make it pure. Like this is the Negro who can possibly be a politician, or
not even so much a politician, but this is a Negro that's just going to shut his mouth up and dribble.
Right.
That's where they want you. They don't want you being an activist. That's why it's rare for a basketball player to even come out and even address, or a football player to even come out and address the state of their people.
Right.
You understand? Because these brothers are not bred to open their mouth. You understand? And Texas want that type of Negro in their school. You know what I mean? From being from here all the way up there, they want them like that. You understand? So guess what? They take the Bible out, they take certain books out. You understand? I read. Tell me any more. Read on. Read a little bit. Before I have him read on, you all have any questions? Because after we read this, I'm gonna pass the class over to the officer in Fayetteville. All right, so go ahead, young man, go ahead and finish it.
Second Ezra 9, verse 5 reads, "For light is all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest."
All right, and the end is what? Manifest. Right? And it's manifest. Right? Right? Pay attention to the time, Akim. We don't need no Movado watch.
Come.
Sam, we don't need these things. You pay attention to the time. Right? And remember, this race is not for what? The swiftest. You understand? But you're going to have to what? Endure until what? The end.
Come.
All right?
It's like, sir.
Come on.
I had a question real quick, if we could, before you clip it.
Yeah, come on.
There's a quick question. I just want to know where can I find that precept that tells you the difference between how long a sister's unclean when she has a son versus when she has a daughter?
Okay, that's in I'll tell you this. Look up the word issue. Oh, hold on. No, hold on. Give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Hold on.
Salakia, sir.
Leviticus 12. That's it, right?
12 and 12 and Khan. I think it's 12 and verse 1 through 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. So I believe for the girl is what, 80 days?
It says, and if she bear a maid child, then she shall be unclean 2 weeks, as in her separation, and she should continue and she should continue to purifying 6 days.
Right, 3 scores and what?
6 days.
Right, what is 3 scores?
3 scores 60. So.
60.
Yeah. Right. No. What? Tell them the verse was in.
This is the Leviticus 12. It says this is verse.
What verse was in?
No, that was verse 5.
Verse 5. Right. And now for the girl.
That was a girl. It said, but if she bear a maid child, the boy for the man, it says, and speaking to the children of Israel, this is verse 2, saying, if a woman have conceived seed and born a man child, then she shall be unclean 7 days, according to the days of the separation for her infirmity, she shall be unclean. And in the eighth day, in the eighth day, the flesh of the foreskin shall be circumcised, and she shall then continue in the blood of her purifying 3 and 30 days.
All right, so that's 3 and 30 days is how much?
33 days.
33 days plus what?
Plus the 7, so which is 40 days.
40 days for a boy, right? Read on.
Verse 5. But if she bear a maid child, then she shall be unclean 2 weeks, as in her separation, and she shall continue in the blood of her purifying 66 days.
Right? So that's how much? 66 days is what?
66.
Right? And then how much weeks?
2
weeks.
2 weeks. That's how much days?
80.
80.
Wait, Salaki, so I'm confused. Salaki.
So one time?
66 plus 14.
So 3 score is what?
Is 3 scores is okay. Just think a score is 20.
A score is 20. Okay, count.
Yeah. All right, and then 3 of that is 60. And then 6 days, 66, and then 2 weeks, which is 14 days. I'm going to carry it to 80 days.
Come.
Sir.
She's unclean. All right. So you're good on that tab 1?
Come, so the water.
All right. So with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to the who's the guard? Kowal?
Officer Bankayal, sir.
It's my son.
Bankayal. Okay, I'll pass the class over to priest and Officer Bankayal.
Yeah, you want to salute you out first?
Yeah.
Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Salakia Majim Shabbat, Barak.
Yahweh Shemia Shabrakathum.
Yadamatah, Sar. Men of Israel, let's render one courtesy salute to the sisters. Majim Shabbat.
Sisters Amadiam. Sisters Amadiam.
Salakia.
Wait, Salakia, sir, if I could.
Yes.
We're gonna go out with the prayers first, then we're gonna salute the sisters.
Yes, just me going saluting the sisters. Yes, Shalom, Yahweh Shemata Bashim Yashai sis. All right, so now go ahead and do the announcement, Bankayal.
Come, sir.
All right, solid.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Roof for new brother and sister.
Salaki.
Sister.
Salaki, Bankayal, Salaki. If you could just have everybody, they could yashab again. Everybody could be seated. The sisters.
Who is
you could
that?
just tell them. This Yawmat, all the sisters, they could be seated. Everybody could be seated again while you do the announcements.
Most High in Christ. The water, brother. The water. Yashab. Damn. Salakia. The ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew. It's pronounced Ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation is the memorial blowing of trumpets, first day of the 7th month. That's Sunday, September 25th, according to the book of Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verses 24 through 25 is going to be held here in Fayetteville, 205 West Russell Street. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing our black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, Imajim, Sarwam Panya HaKodan, which means turn face to east. We're going to read the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malawka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kawabwathnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kawawathinawa, Wala'ah, Tabayayanawa, Banasaiwan, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wataparath, Lawalamyam, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Class dismissed.